and gentlemen, let's make some noise. You want it. Testing, 1, 2. Well, you got it.
Tunes Brothers.
In the house. You ready? In the house.
This show will begin now.
Okay, everybody, welcome back to Tunes Brothers. And if you watched the show last night, you pretty much know what we're going to do tonight. Love Gun, a follow-up album to Rock and Roll Over, which, believe it or not, I've always kind of held this album as hand in hand with Destroyer. Probably one of the weakest out of the first 6 albums. Now, don't ask me why, especially listening to it all day today. I mean, I've listened to it about 4 times today, over and over and over again. I didn't give this album enough credit over the years. I've always loved it. But I always thought, kind of like Peter Criss said in his book, when they made this, they could do no wrong. It didn't matter what they put out. It was going to be golden. So I think it's a fantastic album. It's one of my favorite albums they've done. It's really good through headphones, man. Like I know I repeat it all the time, but that's how I'm listening to everything we listen to. And it's a great, awesome listening experience front to back. There's not a bad song on this album. As far as now, it competes with Rock and Roll Over to me. Great album. Those first 6, of course, in my world, you can't beat. And you throw Creatures in there and, maybe Lick It Up. And I love Dynasty. That's the albums for me. So my take is it's a flawless album. It's not because Kiss was on top of the world, it didn't sell because Hysteria sold a ton for Def Leppard after the great Pyromania. It sold because it's that damn good. And that's my take on it. Love Gun.
Point of order, UN. If you listen to some of the Warning Army, Kiss only sold anything because of the makeup gimmick. That's all they were. Nobody actually cared about the music.
All of them think that?
No, but a good portion of them that get tired of us making comparisons to Kiss. Their big comeback is Kiss has never been nothing but a gimmick band and yada, yada, yada.
Look, I really do like the Warning. They're still growing on me, guys.
I think Louis, and I think you're getting a taste of it right now, Scott. I'll let you finish. But I think Louis, from reading the comments, is getting a taste of what I said. It's very possible for a fan base to make you hate a fucking band.
Yes, that's real. That's not bullshit. That's real. I almost got turned against Metallica because of that shit back in the day. But anyway, when the Warning, now look, I'm not going to say anything bad about them because I can't at this point in time. But when the Warning literally takes over the world on their own, nobody competing with them at all. That's what Kiss did from 76 to 79. They dominated. They were standing on top of the planet with the flag. Come knock me off. That's just the way it was.
Last 50 years. Yeah, 50 years, more gold albums than any band in American history. Yeah, they don't care. It's all of that was due to makeup and gimmick, and that's it.
Yeah, and let me tell you one more thing, and I'll pass it on to Darren. You don't sell that many albums, guys, and that many sold out concerts, and you damn sure don't stick around for 50 years if you're a circus act and your music sucks, bro.
No.
That's just reality.
Like I said, when the Warning is selling out stadiums on their own, then you can talk to me.
Right. And,
You go.
if they want to talk present, right? And, and I don't listen to radio. I listen to Sirius XM, but I get to choose what I want to listen to, which is usually the stuff that we review. But the place where we're going to see the Warning in July, the Fillmore, right? That's where it's at.
It's like 2,500 seats.
It's
not sold out either.
Yeah. So what are the? I guess I don't know what leg they have to stand on if they're
None
like
whatsoever.
That.
None whatsoever.
So,
they're just that irrational.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Let's see. I am looking to see if I can.
And that's like a lot of people with the bands that they love, regardless of what they've accomplished. They'll sit there and tell you that your band is not as good as these. That would have
been like, that would have been like me back in the day when Kingdom Come was on their third album, saying, "Geez, these guys are way better than Metallica, way more talent, and they're going to be way bigger." Based on what exactly? My personal preference?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me at all. 1,850.
And not taking any jabs at Warning.
I did a quick search. It's 1,850 people capacity. So, and I have no idea if it's sold out or not, but still, that's not.
To put that in perspective, the last time Kiss did that before Coventry in the early 70s was when they did the Revenge warm-up club tour on purpose just to get warmed up. So, yeah. Anyway, it's not a Warning video. I just had to throw that in there because Scott was talking about how awesome and great they were and how they sold that album without, hype and all that other bullshit, which is absolutely correct. It just immediately put that in my head. I keep seeing those comments in my head. It's all the makeup, the gimmick. Like I always say, Gwar has a great gimmick and their music sucks. That's why pretty much nobody's heard of fucking Gwar.
Yeah, that's a band I never took to at all.
All right, Darren, your take, I guess.
All right. I guess I don't necessarily have the same top-notch opinion of this album that Scott has. It's good. But for me, there are some songs that disappoint. I wouldn't say I hate them. But this is the first album to feature all songs sung by all four people individually, or taking the lead. So this is the first time that we've been blessed with Ace's monotone voice. Anyway, so no, like I said, not a disappointing album to listen to. There are quite a few songs on here that I've always enjoyed, but again, there are some that I felt disappoint a little bit, but we'll get into the nuts and bolts of that as we go. Lewis?
He's not staying like that, is he?
Is there a reason your phone is sideways, Scott?
No, it's just y'all go. Louis, go ahead and do your takes. I'm jumping out and coming back in, man.
Okay.
I'll be right.
I got some stuff to cover. First of all, anybody noticing Rob holding up different things? He was holding up the Kiss Army membership form. I believe that's what you had. I was always afraid to join that because if anything came in the mail that wasn't addressed to my dad, he'd smack me across the head for spending money and everything by mail. My dad was very strict about that. And then he had the Love Gun popper thing, which we used to make our own poppers in school that were much louder than that thing. So the principle was that paper that you fold on and you go boom with a piece of paper.
Just
pop,
all you needed was a triangle.
Yeah, you go pop, and he goes like that noise. And what else is there? Oh yeah, the thing with the Warning. I saw yesterday, they did in Concord, California. I think it's, I mean, I'm at, or in somewhere in California, they did a 25-minute show where it was just pretty much most, like 3/4 of the Keep Me Fed album, but it wasn't like a big stage production. There was nothing in the background, no screens. They seemed to be an outdoor thing. The crowd was very small. Not dissing them because the crowd was small, because I think it was just maybe a sound check show or something, just to get familiar with stuff.
Yeah, they do a lot of that one-off stuff, not to interrupt you, but I think I saw some in New York where they just come out on the street and play a couple songs. It's really cool.
Yeah, and right now, I would say the Warning is going to be doing a lot of shows where the arenas are not that big, because when acts or anybody that uses an arena has to pay rent to that arena. That's why, you know, they say, and of course, the bigger the arena, the more rent they expect. And I'm sure they don't have the finances to do so yet because they don't have backers. I mean, if they get more popular, and backers is most important thing. If a backer sees something really special with this band, they'll pay and make sure they wind up in larger stadiums or at least larger arenas.
Yeah, but in order for somebody to back them, I mean, and that's not just on talent, but if
the
they
record company does that,
if they can't even sell out a small place, why would anybody want to lose money by having them play in bigger places if they're not getting the people to buy tickets?
Well, sometimes a backer can see potential.
Yeah.
You know, and usually record companies, like when movies with producers, they never put their own money into it. They get all their money from outside sources and donations. That's why Hollywood doesn't give a fuck about movies that flop. As long as they insult the American public, they're happy to do so.
Look, it wasn't a rant against the Warning. It was a rant against the Warning fans who are in such a delusional state that they have the gall and audacity to be offended at a comparison to one of the most successful, legendary bands of all time when they've accomplished exactly nothing. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, they're not even selling out big stadiums in their own country. I mean, they've done nothing. We love them. I get it. They're great. They're talented. But like I said, the whole point was I have struggled for almost 3 years because the fan base will literally put me off this band for a good 2 weeks just because, and it's not the girl's fault, but they're so delusional and so braggadocious and slamming my favorite band in comparison. It's just beyond ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like you're out there trashing the band, the Warning.
Yeah.
So why would they feel it necessary to trash you?
The thing is with them, with the Warning Army, they just want to feel like they have this totally original thing. It's all, you know, the band is great. We, you know, this kind of a creation of what's that word? You know,
grassroots.
No, well, grassroots. And I'm just thinking, you know, like this, you know, when something overtakes the world and something like that, that they're a part of it. And they want to make sure that their band is like, you know, the big event of the season and everything else, or, you know, the unstoppable thing. But, you know, getting back to like what's Gotti said about Kiss on Top from 76, 79, whatever. The thing about that is Kiss lost their top position because they started to suck. When they put out the Dynasty, which you had to get used to, Unmasked was not favorable to their image, The Elder being a concept, all those things steered people away from Kiss until we later grew and learned that, hey, these are good songs, these are good albums. But at that time, they weren't big sellers, they weren't epic, grandiose things, they weren't kick-ass hard rock, heavy metal, whatever you want to call it. And that's why Kiss lost their position. They weren't on top and somebody better came along and knocked them off the top. They just basically destroyed themselves, becoming weak. And anything else in line was favorable, you know? Like, I never heard of AC/DC until 1981, okay? People singing Back in Black, and then I'll tell you what is that shit, you know? And all that screaming and growling. What the fuck is this stupid music? And they keep saying the same thing. She got the jack, she got the jack, she got the jack. This is bigger than Kiss. It took me years, about 3 or 4 more years, for me to start liking AC/DC and all they had to offer. But like I said,
that's one of the biggest misconceptions that even Paul will tout is they basically went into excess with their look and their image, and it was time to take it off because it was stale. No, it wasn't. He refuses to admit, just like you said, Love Gun. They didn't all of a sudden AC/DC or somebody come up and smack them out of the limelight. They changed and did it to themselves, or they still would have been the biggest band in the fucking world.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. So so tonight is the rant going to be a certain song with a bad interpretation of grammar in the English language. And no, it is not the title of the song. It's a lyric in the song. And when I get there, you're going to say, fuck, I didn't even realize that. All right?
Oh, we didn't care.
Hey, screw you. You know what? You're down under. You're butsy. You know, you ever see those videos where the women are upside down and the man's doing something to them? You're down under. Someone come along and do that to you.
Yeah, you want to come and get under my down under? Off we go.
No, it won't be me. I'm too lazy to fly, and I don't want to see your touche.
Hey, Scotty, you've been gone all this time, and Louis still fucking talking.
Yep.
I was waiting for Scott to come back. So as far as this album goes, like I said yesterday, the same thing. Something's going to have to be the sacrificial lamb. But I really enjoy the album. Some songs more than others. That's why we do rankings. And that's all I'm going to say. So, Dave, insult me more.
Oh, I'm not going to insult you at all, Louis. Oh, your band sucks, Rob. Oh, hang on.
Thank you.
That's my band too, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, they don't suck. You're right. I've forgotten what I was even going to say now.
Louis will do that to you.
Yeah, I disagree because I still think Kiss were a bigger band in 79 and 80 than they were previous. Dynasty and Unmasked.
Dynasty, sorry.
In Australia, they were very big then, but the United States, they were like nothing.
But they were all big through Europe and all the other countries when Dynasty came out, or Dynasty as we like to call it. So I think they were globally a bigger band at that time.
Globally, absolutely globally. Yeah.
But you still say their record sales never really showed that they dominated. Because twats like Aerosmith outsold them, 10-1. So
yeah.
Anyway, tonight's subject is Love Gun. This is the funny album for me. I really loved it when it came out. It's probably a 60-40 album for me. There's some really good stuff on here. And there's some stuff that if I didn't hear again, I would be okay with it as well. So, but I won't rant about anyone's grammar. I'll leave that up to the teacher.
Okay. Love Gun for me is a great album. Very nostalgic. The cover, just like Destroyer and Rock and Roll Over, those three covers are just amazing. 3 albums are all sister albums to me, audibly. The style they played, even the production for the most part. I love most of this album. There's a couple stinkers and one that I'm just, I've always been kind of on the fence with. Not a bad song. Other than that, I got a Scott 7-Up tonight with Playlist. So I got no complaints. I mean, every album, with the exception for Kiss, for me, Destroyer, Creatures of the Night, Lick It Up are pretty much the only ones where front to back, song 1 to whatever the final track is, I wouldn't skip anything. There's 3 Kiss albums I can say that about, so I don't expect that on every album.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, literally, this album's got better for me over time. And that's just my opinion. It's got stronger for me, especially this last listen. And we all know how that goes with these Kiss albums. You don't know how they're going to hit you, no matter how many times you've heard the damn thing. So, yeah. Darren, I guess you can start us off.
All right. Coming in at number 10. This.
Hold on.
Yep, I am.
Let me find the goddamn mute button. Scotty, you're going to have to back out and come back because it's way too early to be dealing with an echo.
All right. Coming in at number 10, this is the song Got Love for Sale. Ace does have a damn good solo. It's an upbeat rocker. The thing that turns me off about it is Gene's delivery. The growling kind of delivery that he has on it just doesn't do a lot for me. Like I said, there's nothing on here that I don't like, but this is the one I like least. Or should say, there isn't anything on here. Yeah, I got it right. Never mind.
Okay. So the word I was finally remembered is describing the warning. They have not become the phenomenon's the word. They've not become the big phenomenon yet. They could be if they play their cards right. But if they continue the path that they started with that recent album, and just to get more like record sales from people that don't care what they put out, as long as they put something out, they won't reach that status of phenomenon. Now,
just a add on here. When this thing, you bet your ass, you're going to see in the comment section, Valken Hart back and Hart bitching why the fuck he has to hear about the warning on his Kiss video. He already hates that there's so much warning content on this.
Back and Hart, listen to me, or Back and Hart. When we do warning videos, the warning army has to put up with our Kiss rants. So on this thing, you're going to have to put up with the warning rants. Now,
all right, Scott, before you go, Louis, Scott, Darren chose Got Love for Sale.
Yeah, I heard him before I went out. That's the reason I was swatting at him.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to say. Okay, my number 10 is Love Gun. No, just kidding.
You fucker. Oh,
No.
I was going to say, you would be sacked.
No, they're a little bit. It's a little bit better than that, but no, I have to go according to what my instincts are and how I feel when I listen to the songs and how the groove went and everything else. But it's always been the song I liked least, and it's still going to continue to be so. Not that it's bad, but it's a cover. Then She Kissed Me, so or a remake, whatever. It's not my choice song. I mean, it's not my preferred song. So I can't find any reason to put Then She Kissed Me higher than 9, possibly 10. You got to stop putting that shit up there. Don't worry. I think I'm going to get the big swat in my number 9.
Big slut.
Davey Boy Smith.
Well, I will get Scotty to wave his wand at me. Because my number 10 is the same as Darren's, Got Love for Sale. Pretty much for all the same things you said. And I just don't like the chorus on this one at all. It's got one of those annoying choruses that Kiss seem to like to do every now and again. So, yeah, I would skip this one every time.
Yeah, you would, Dave.
I would.
But anyway, it looks like me and Team Louis, man. Seems like I match up with him here lately. And who was it last night? Dave. Me and Dave last night. Yeah, Then She Kissed Me, man. And before I get any further, there's nothing on here that I don't love. I love every one of these songs. I don't got nothing against any of these damn songs. They're just in order of how I prefer them at this point in time. So I think it's an awesome cover. I think they rock on it, especially when the tempo picks up. Paul is phenomenal singing it. Ace's solo is awesome. I mean, his riffs, man, are just badass. It's a good song. They made it their song. And again,
did somebody grab your nuts when you were saying that?
Sounded like it, didn't it?
Good song.
It might just be finally dropping. I mean,
Is your cousin down there?
puberty hits a lot later in those incestual states.
I thought nuts
What'd you
drops
say
make your
now?
voice deeper.
I said, did someone grab your nuts when you said that? It's a good song.
No,
Okay.
I mean, there's nothing. Well, the cat didn't grab me or bite me or anything, but I don't know. Did I say it different or?
Yeah. You'll have to go back and watch it, man.
I
You
will.
were hitting
I
a
will.
Paul Stanley falsetto there.
Okay, well, I didn't realize I done it, or if it just done that because this phone's been acting up or what. But I can try to pull it off. But I can't do no Paul Stanley falsetto though. Oh, yeah.
Okay. My number 10 is never been a song that I enjoyed. I wouldn't go so far to say I dislike any of these songs. I would just never, ever now, nor did I as a kid, listen to this song on purpose. If I still had my original Love Gun album, some of these songs would have like no needle marks in them because I'd always pick it up and skip to the next one. Almost Human.
All right.
I'm not going to shit on it. It's just not for me. And to me, it just doesn't. A couple of these songs don't belong on this album, and that's one of them. Just doesn't fit. Just does not fit.
I agree. I have Almost Human at number 9. But I have heard Scott describe his first sexual experience as almost human.
You mean with a person that
Had a very good likeness, that surprised look on her face. Ooh, almost human.
Yeah, and that was the best.
I think it's a sheep. Is it the sheep that has the
It
most?
could have been a sheep. You. Yeah,
It's the best. It was the best too. So yeah, man.
All right. She didn't have.
Yeah.
She didn't want to talk afterwards, right? I mean,
No talking.
But yeah, I agree. The song does not fit. So I'm not gonna crap all over it either. It's just number 9 for me.
All right, this is where I'm going to get swatted with the lightsaber. This song is on my Alive 2, the album Kiss should have put out. It's much better there. It's recorded from San Francisco, 1977. It's the best live version of Shock Me that you'll ever hear. But unfortunately, it's a little slow and plodding along in this version. And I'd say that what this album suffers from is volume and lack of bass. It should have a little bit more bass, and it should be a little bit louder. It's not that loud of an album, and I think those are the factors involved in how you enjoy the music.
Every stereo's got a volume knob. You could just
Yeah,
turn
but
it up.
I know that. But sometimes you put records on from different bands. Then when you put a Kiss album on, it's quieter. And most people just go, they don't want to even bother getting up to turn the knob to make it louder.
That's the story of the entire Billy Squier catalog.
That's why, and every time somebody comes over, like when I, lived with my parents when I was a kid, somebody come along with a different album. The music wasn't as fun to listen to as Kiss, but as soon as they put that album on, or I put it on for them, it's louder, it's bigger, it's fuller. And like, wow, this makes Kiss sound like shit, because of the sound quality. But never the music. The music of Kiss is always enjoyable. And so I'm sorry. I think I didn't even look if Scott was swatting me or not because I think it shocked me.
It's enjoyable, but more enjoyable on the playlist that you put together, right? The album's it's better when it's been Lewised, right?
Yes, Lewis always makes it better.
Did you even list the song?
What's that?
Did you even name the song?
Yeah,
I didn't hear it.
Shock Me.
Oh, Shock Me. Okay.
Yeah, I was saying how my version has a much bestest version, and this one is not as good on this album compared to the other songs from my
It's
point
the
of view.
bestest.
Hell, absolute bestest.
The bestest.
Dave.
Number 9 for me, once again, is Ring the Bell with Darren.
Back to how were you original
the
last
other way.
night when you did the show without me? I mean, you can't copy off my homework every day, Dave.
I think
He
I
was
was
copying
different.
tonight.
I was the only one original. They are all sniffing each other's butts.
Almost Human. I don't know. I find Gene's probably the worst on this album for me.
Pretty much
Ace is
every
better
album.
on this album for me. Hey,
That's pretty much every album until Creatures
no,
and
not
Lick
every
It Up.
album. I don't know. To me, this just seemed like an attempt to do something a bit like God of Thunder, but just didn't work as well. So Number 9.
All right. Number 9 for me. And it's Peter Criss, Hooligan.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I love the song. Just had to go somewhere. I mean, it's a great song. All of Peter's songs are good except for one, I think, and his whole, Kiss catalog, in my opinion, that is. And y'all know which song that is. So, but yeah, man, it just fell there this time, dude. I don't know, of course, how we wound up, doing our list last time. Darren, do you have it pulled up?
I did not actually this time,
Okay.
unfortunately.
But Hooligan is a jammer, man. And Ace's leads, again, man, are phenomenal on this album. And he's got a different guitar tone on some of these songs than he does other songs, like Plaster Caster and Hooligan. They have the same kind of tone on those. I don't know. I guess I'm pretty sure he was using, different guitars for these solos, but you can tell. But it's a good thing. I love
Sure
the
it was
song.
Ace played them?
I was going to say,
Yeah.
do we know for sure at this point there weren't studio musicians for some of that stuff?
Yeah. That was just Destroyer.
Okay.
But anyway,
I'm just asking because I know Destroyer was one of them.
that was Destroyer, and he did play the leads on Peter Criss's solo album. That's all I
What?
know.
Are you shitting me? I didn't know there was leads on Peter Criss's solo album. I thought it was all like saxophone and piano.
Saxophone.
Ace played on Peter's Criss Cat #1 for a few songs.
You didn't bite on that, did you?
I did. 'Cause I don't know shit about Peter's album, and it wouldn't surprise me that those two, partners in
I had to
substance
say that
abuse
'cause
would have stuck together.
I don't know many leads on it either, so I had to say something stupid there. But anyway,
Two demos of songs from this album were recorded with Eddie and Alex Van Halen. The demos that were submitted are
Christine 16 was the big one.
Yeah,
Yep.
and I think there was another, but Got Love for Sale. That was the other one that they also did the demo work for. But
hey,
yeah, this commercial break from Scotty is brought to you by Timeout for Tetley Tea. Go ahead, Scotty.
yes. Okay. Did you guys know that Eddie Van Halen auditioned for them on the Creatures of the Night album?
Depends who you listen to. That's a popular rumor. Some people have dispelled it and said he wanted to but never did. And Gene will tell you that he wanted to join and begged him, but he talked him out of it. I mean, there's so many different stories.
Paul Stanley's the one that I got it from.
Okay.
And Paul didn't.
I don't
he,
think.
you know,
Well, from what I heard, they didn't want someone well known like that.
yeah, and he said that, and Paul talked him out of it because he said, "Your band is huge right now, man. You guys just reached the top of the world. Why do you want to? We're not
David
even
Lee
where
Roth.
y'all are at now."
David Lee Roth is why he wanted out.
Yeah.
Okay. So does anybody else find it bizarre? One of you talked about Almost Human being Gene trying to do God of Thunder again. That this big evil demon is anything but in real life.
Yeah.
I mean, it back then, who cares, right? Because you don't know. But no one, I mean, I can't unsee Gene Simmons in a bright red onesie pajama outfit with footsie fucking bottoms that he probably thought was funny and a good idea for Family Jewels. To me, shit like that completely ruins somebody's image when you're supposed to be some big evil tough ass. And so when you said that, you know, God of Thunder, I was like, well, he never was God of Thunder. He openly admits he's never been in a fist fight in his life. And he's supposed to be a big, scary demon. So that plays into my number 9. Got Love for Sale. Somebody brought up they didn't like the gravelly voice in there. And that's my point. That's where I went with all of this demon stuff is how the hell do you try to come off as the demon on an upbeat, fun rocking song? It makes absolutely no sense. This isn't a God of Thunder, unholy, watching you she type evil song. This is as good time rock and roll as you can get. And he's out there sounding like the Cookie Monster on steroids. It makes no cookie. It makes no fucking sense at all. So, and the chorus is beyond brutal. So there you go. Whoa, no, whoa, no, whoa, no. Woo. Yeah, sing it, demon. It just fucking makes no sense.
I think 3 of us have crapped on his number 1 song, apparently. So,
How the hell you know? How'd you know? Damn.
all right. So I know somebody, I think it was Lewis on his last turn, went with this one. So at number 8, I took the song Shock Me. I do think the song is brilliant, and I think the guitar work on here is some of Ace's best, but unfortunately he sings it too. So that's the reason why it falls at number 8. I know he begged Gene to take vocals on this, and Gene talked it into him. Or talked him into it. Gene should have
Talked it into him.
It was the 70s.
Yeah.
Slide in, slide in, slide in.
So Shock Me. No shock to me that it was number 8.
All right. Well, I picked for number 8 without other than a couple songs I liked less and more other songs I like more. But this has always used to be my go-to song every now and then when I was a kid because I liked the tempo and the fun of listening to it. Hooligan. Won't go to school again. Whoa, no. That's all I got. That's it.
All right.
You know, sometimes, don't worry. The big rant is coming in a few more songs.
I was going to say, he talked for 25 minutes at the beginning of the video, so.
Yeah, I got to go easy now.
Number 8 for me, we'll just keep it with the Gene theme. It's Christine 16. And I like this song. So it's just here because it has to go somewhere. But I do like this song. Always have.
It's there
and I
because
like 16-year-old girls. Yeah, that too. I did send my first of my comic things for you there, Rob, too.
What? Oh.
Little pop-ups for you.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Got to keep them going, through the show. Just to...
Absolutely. I just don't pay attention. Oh my God. Oh, fuck.
Wow.
Good man.
Oh, that was low. Woo. Scotty, you're number 8.
Number 8. I will say that this album, the songs are mixed up a lot than this time than they were last time. The listening experience was totally different this time. But number 8 is a song that me and Rob talked about one time that could have been a staple like Rock and Roll All Night and shouted out loud in their concerts without the chipmunk background singers. But Tomorrow and Tonight is freaking awesome. It's a rocker. It's sung to perfection, and it's great lead. You got to get rid of the chicks in this one. They don't really do it in this song for me. So, but anyway, Tomorrow and Tonight, fantastic. Number 8.
Okay. Almost Human, Got Love for Sale were the two unlistenable tracks for me and always were. Number 8's the one I can take or leave, and that has shocked me. I would hardly say this is brilliant since he wrote it about his own dumbass getting electrocuted on stage. But the solo is good. That's about it. The song, maybe it could be good, but I would not have begged Gene to sing it. Gene's batting a very low batting average on this album. I would have asked Pete or Paul to sing it, but anybody but Ace, right? But there you go. Shocked me. Number 8.
Okay, at number 7 for me, this is where I put the song Then She Kissed Me. It's the reimagining of the Crystal song that was released in 1963. It's a good tune. Paul does a great job. This is one of the remakes that the band did choose a more popular tune rather than somebody else's unknown tracks. Again, I think they did a good job. For me, it just doesn't fit, right? I mean, he didn't change the style in which it was sung, so it's not like he's rocking this one up much. So got to put him someplace. Like I said, I enjoy the song, I just don't feel it fits. So number 7 is Then She Kissed Me.
Before I give you my number 7, the song shocked me. They say it's about him getting so-called electrocuted, but those are disguised lyrics. It's supposed to be "suck me," and the "girl, you know you make me overload." It's supposed to be "girl, you make me blow my load." Those are all hidden words. It's a much filthier song than it's presented because it's using disguised lyrics. Now, here comes the song I'm going to probably get kicked off the platform, this and that. How could you put it so low and everything else? Because I happen to personally think that other songs are even better. And that's Love Gun at number 7. It's not as good as we think it is, folks.
Based on what?
Based on the other songs are better.
But you said it's not as good as you think it is. Maybe not compared to the other songs, but you're saying Love Gun overall isn't that great of a song.
But everything is based on comparison.
Yeah, but you said it's not as good as we think it is.
Well,
What if we think it is
Good.
good?
You could like 9 more tracks on this better than that. That doesn't mean Love Gun's not as good as we think it is.
All right. Love Gun is as good as you think it is.
Thank you.
All right.
Now that we cleared that up, all right.
Yeah. But for reasons being, it had to pick the number 7 spot.
You could have chose
Why
worse.
do I have to follow Louis? This always throws me off.
I know.
Because somebody has to make the show watchable, Dave. So you
this
got to
is
make
true.
up for what Lewis lacks.
Yes.
Well, I'll put a song that should go at number 7, not one that should go somewhere else. Number 7 for me is Hooligan. I like the way Peter sings it, but this is not one of my favorite Peter Criss songs. It's an okay song. It's not skippable, but yeah, it's just not as good as his back catalogue.
Okay, well, ring the bell. It is a tie with Louis again. Love Gun at number 7. It's a great song, yeah, but it's just, I don't know. I've heard it so damn much, man. I guess maybe that's got to do with it too, but sung live great for so long until, of course, you can't hardly sing it anymore. But I always liked the song. It never has been my favorite on this album, though, ever, never. But it's a good song. I like everything on here. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I mean, everything's good about the song. So, yeah, Love Gun number 7 for me.
Okay, number 7, I think, has fallen quite a bit for me. I'd say to Overplay only because they play it on every acoustic set or cruise or whatever, but that's not it. I just think that, yeah, guys ever get that where some types of songs just sound better depending on the mood you're in?
Oh yeah.
And this my top listing in here for the most part is similar, but a couple of them really jumped or fell because I really wasn't feeling it today, and that's Plaster Caster. I mean, I didn't hate it. I didn't want it to be over, but I'm like, why do I like this song so much? So number 7.
All right. Number 6. I know it's somebody's talked about it. I think it was Dave in his last pick. So I have Hooligan at number 6. I mean, this is a little badass tune. Peter does a good job on the drums. It's not my favorite Peter song from Kiss either. Ace does some good work on the guitar, but this time around, Hooligan wasn't working the best, I guess. So I put it at number 6. Louis.
Number 6 for me. I'm going to give you 3 names: Tasha Thomas, Ray Simpson, and Hilda Harris. Now, who are those people? Those are the people that sang the background singers for Tomorrow and Tonight.
Who are they?
Tasha Thomas, Ray Simpson, and Hilda Harris.
Ray Simpson? There was a male in there?
Yeah, maybe he just had that right in between voice. I don't know, but he's that person, unless it's a girl named Ray and we don't know it. But those are the names credited. Now,
then it would be Ray.
Of course, I love Tomorrow Tonight, and I think removing those background vocals would have enhanced the song. But the trouble is, when they did the so-called studio check and stuck it on Live 2, they try to recreate that sound themselves. I don't know if Eddie Kramer did something with that. You know, I just noticed one thing. On the Live 2, if you listen to Love Gun, you can hear that Eddie Kramer dubbed in the studio backup tracks on that album when they're saying Love Gun, you know. You could tell that that's from the Love Gun album stuck onto the Live 2 album as a supporting track, because they can't sing it that way. Because when Ace is going up, Ace is doing the lead, Gene's doing the bass, they can't get that sound in there, and Ace is going up on that lift, Paul is going up on that lift platform when that's going, and that, you know, when they use here Love Gun, they're not doing that on stage. You watch a live version of that, it's never the same. That's added track onto the Alive 2. But Tomorrow and Tonight's a pretty cool rocker. Like I said, it would benefit to just edit out that entire Tomorrow and Tonight a cappella thing. Just get rid of it. It would have put the song up a little bit further and would have been more popular for their shows. All right, so I'm done with that.
You saying
that is the American singer Ray Simpson,
the Village People guy?
Former lead singer and the cop in the disco supergroup Village People. Yes.
Oh my God.
There you go. I guess he
must have been one of Ace's dates at the time.
Yeah, good one.
That's why they kept it, perhaps.
Number 6 for me, I've managed to squeeze the last Gene Simmons song into the bottom 5. Plaster Caster. Once again, I don't mind the song. It's just, it's a good song. It's not a great song. Do you want to see my plaster cast of my penis?
Do we have something to view things that small?
No, I've actually got to get a tow truck to bring it in, but I can get it. I can organise it for you for the next show if you want. Someone thought it was from a dinosaur.
Go ahead, Scott.
Shit. Number 6 for me is a song that I've ignored for a long time and didn't really think it was that good. I liked it when I first heard the album when I was young. It was one of my favorites on here, and it sounded really good today, man. It moved up, I'm pretty sure, since the last time we done this, and that's the infamous Christine 16, man. Very good beat. Gene sings it fantastic. He doesn't use the demon voice that y'all hate so much. on this
No,
album.
just it's got to be used in context of a song that needs it. That's
Right.
all.
Okay. But yeah, Christine 16, great song. I don't care how simple it is or whatever. It really sounded good beat, good vibe. It really sounded really good today. So it made it up to number 6 on my list.
All right.
Simple
Number
works well
6.
in North Carolina, doesn't it?
What?
I said simple works well in North Carolina.
Oh, yeah. All right. Scott's a little off his game today. All right.
Keep
Number
it
6
simple,
for me.
stupid.
I also have Hooligan. I like this song. I really do. No, it's not even close to my favorite Peter song, but it's a very good song. In fact, I think this top 3, top 4, maybe, depending on my mood for Dirty Living at the time. Very good song. But they got to fall somewhere, like Scott always says. So all of these from Plaster Caster last number on up are playlist stuff for me, just depending on the day. So
All right. At number 5, halfway through the list, this is where I put the song Tomorrow and Tonight. It's a fun track. I do enjoy it. It gets a little repetitive. But again, overall, I enjoy the song. Today and yesterday when I listened to it, I just liked 4 a little bit better.
and better than Tomorrow and Tonight would be.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, here comes education time. This shows that
boy.
Paul Stanley is not a freaking grammar scholar either. It's always bothered me. He's got to make that big fat face. So I will give you the lyrics as written, and I'll tell you why it's wrong. You were the girl that nobody could own. Stay for a while, then you would leave me alone. But I'm something different, ain't like the rest. How did it feel? You're failing your test. The word should be them, not me. Because if it's just me, you're just no different than anybody else. How could you say you were the girl that nobody could own, stay for a while, then you leave me alone, but I'm something different? No, the word should be them. You were the girl that nobody should own, stay for a while, then you would leave them alone, but I'm something different, ain't like the rest. And that's been bothering me ever since I actually caught that. And it just makes me want to freaking take Paul Stanley, like, change the fucking word. So I Stole Your Love comes in at number 5. And not because
You got to be
of that.
you got to be more like me and just not pay attention to lyrics.
Well, you're kind of weird. Like, you hate instrumentals because they have no lyrics, but then you don't care about what the lyrics are.
Because the voice is just an added instrument to me, and when it's not there, it sounds like it's missing.
Have you ever heard some of Kiss's demos where they're not even singing songs, they're just scatting along?
I won't listen to
those.
demos. I won't listen to demos from any band because it's like they put down a ghetto blaster with a Maxell cassette and hit record while they were blowing the speakers out of the microphone on that little ghetto blaster. I don't like the quality of demos.
Yeah, well, anyway, you should, because like a lot of their songs, they're not even singing words yet. They just go, yeah, yeah. And then that's how they do their demos. Some of their demos, they don't have lyrics yet, but they know what the melody of the song want to be, and that's what you hear. But so I am done with number 5. I've given education to the world.
So I've got a project for you, Lou. I've got a project for you then.
Yeah, what's that?
On your site, what song are we talking about?
I Stole Your Love.
There's got to be a Kiss song somewhere where he says them. Snip that little them out.
Insert
put it over this and release the song on your site.
If I could find a word that he says them the right way and it could fit, I could give it a try. It wouldn't be that hard to do. It would just take time. What I'd have to do is I'd have to record I Stole Your Love, like I Stole Your Love, the song with the word them, and then I Stole Your Love again, and chop and edit till it squeezes down to saying them at the right part. That's how my editing works.
And then
For
the
my
real
editor.
experiment would be to put it up on the same video up against the original version and watch. Nobody notice the difference.
I know nobody will notice, but I noticed, and because I noticed, I had to say it. It's just like,
Jesus Christ. Dave, don't you ever say anything?
it's like
It's very hard to when you're next to Louis.
Like sometimes I'm talking to somebody and they got a zit right there in the middle of their forehead. I want to grab some paper towels and squeeze it on them.
Wouldn't you be squeezing it on you though?
Well, it's, squeeze them.
Yeah, but you'd be popping the zit into your own foot.
All right, I'll stand to the side.
There you go.
All right, so I'm done, and Dave can now praise the rest of the album.
It's like being next to my ex-wife. I don't get a word in, and I've got no idea what she's fucking ranting about half the time. So,
kind of hope she watches the show. Oh wait, no, you buried her. That's right.
she's dead. I didn't bury her. She died from cancer, but you might be looking down, listening. You like me anyway, so it's all right.
Oh man.
Number 5. All the rest of these are all playlist material for me. Number 5 is Then She Kissed Me. I know a lot of Kiss people don't like the song, but I really do. I think they do it really well. Like I say, if you're going to cover a song, cover it well, make it better than the original. I think they do. So my number 5, Paul sings it great. Put another comic strip up too for you.
Oh. Okay.
All right. Number 5. 5 and up on this one playlist at this point in time. I didn't get lucky with the 7 up like Rob did, but this song has gained.
Could you place that lightsaber somewhere else? You got it sitting right between your freaking legs, like an
now
extension.
His lips the way he likes it.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Scotty.
A song that has turned around pretty much over the years for me, and not just because it was on MTV Unplugged. I do like, how they do it on that. They do it great. But this is a damn good song that I ignored when I was young, like a lot of them on, the deep tracks on some of these albums. Plaster Caster, man. It's got a damn good sound to it, man. Gene sings it great. Ace's guitar tone, here we go, hooligan Plaster Caster tone sounds really good on this song. Got a good beat. It used to be probably I think Then She Kissed Me has always been my least favorite on this album. I don't think that's ever changed. But this, I think, used to be the next one, like number 9, Forever. But it sounded really good today. So, yeah, Plaster Caster, man. Good tune, man. Much better than I give it credit for. Number 5.
Forever's not on this album.
Do what?
I said Forever's not on this album. How can you have it number 9?
Oh, I said
I'm just fucking with you. Never mind. I'm just fucking with you. All right. Go ahead, Louis.
I was going to say, Rob is a freaking sarcastic, cynical snipe, Because like when you did that thing about it was a rushed song and the other album, Rob goes, Rush did this song? I think he goes, it's a song I like forever. Forever, that's not on this album. And the trouble is, I say things, I forget what I say, and Rob would come in and pick some word out of what I said, and I'm like, what's he talking about? So that's what he's doing to you, Scott. You gotta realize what you're saying, so when he says something, you can catch him on it.
Yeah,
I'm not sure why you guys haven't figured this out, but he's always been a douche. I mean, since the fucking day I met him.
He got me on that one too. He got me on that one too, because I was like, what the hell's he talking about? So he's paying me back for Ace playing on
Ace playing lead on
album.
Peter's album. Yeah. Okay, where are we at? Number 5 for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one I think climbed quite a bit. Today I really enjoyed this for the first time since my youth, I would say. Christine 16 really sounded good to me over the last couple of days. Maybe it's just lack of hearing it. Maybe it's, wear out of some of the other songs. I don't know, but I don't remember ever putting it this high. But man, it's a great song. It really is.
I would agree. That is my number 4 song, Christine 16. For me, this album was 50-50 for Gene, for this listen. Of course, half of the songs coming in the bottom 5 and half of them coming in the top 5. I think this is a really good song. I mean, it's a little bit slower pace, and, we all know what the lyrics are about. Nobody gives a shit. I think it's a cool, fun track. But yeah, that's all I have to say about that, Louis.
Okay. All right. I'm going to say this. Anybody who puts the Gene songs at the bottom, cut your balls off, send them out for medical repair, get them back and attach them to yourself. Because Gene dominates this fucking album from all the way through. Okay? His songs are the best ones. They're the catchiest ones, the most fun to listen to, the most intense, whatever you want to call it. Christine 16. But let me tell you something. They never do the song live the right way. Like Paul could be doing a fret tap, that to keep that piano thing going. Thank you. And then
Time's
along
up.
with that, you notice when you hear it on the Love Gun album, you hear the correct way, because that's the original way, where it goes, it goes up. But when they play it live, it's
What was the right way?
See, that's the right way. Oh, plus, excuse me.
You fart?
That'll teach you.
Smell his own shit.
Plus, at the end of the instrumental break, I catch that's a nod to the Steve Miller Band, because that is very Steve Miller-esque, the way that the lead part ends of the instrumental break before it goes back into the started where it repeats all that. But Christine 16 on the album, the second best version is when they played together with Gin Blossoms on the David Letterman show, 1994. That's the second best version they've ever done. But that song on this album is the perfected version. And that's all I got to say. And since Dave fucking shit all over Gene Simmons, I know he's got his songs not as good, but his opinion is
Take a
Well, it
mile.
sounded like you were choking on the shit you just spewed then. So, number 4 for me is Shock Me. I know a lot of you didn't like it. I actually like the song. And it was the first time hearing Ace sing. And
Even with Ace singing?
yeah, because like I said, it was the first time hearing him sing. So he wasn't annoying at the time because
the last time we heard him sing.
I don't think this is one of the songs he actually does sing well. So it's always been one of my favorites on the album. So I'm giving Ace some love. I'm actually wearing Ace look too. So look, giving him plenty of love.
Look at that.
Good job.
It's a nice Tommy Thayer shirt.
Thank you. That's what I thought it
Oh,
was.
God. Tell me you're not wearing a Tommy Thayer shirt. Oh, my God. Anyway, number 4. Absolutely awesome song. Another ignored song when I was young. Didn't think it fit. But over the years, this song has really, really stood out on this album to me. I love the sound. I love the groovy drums, man. Yeah, whatever the hell that is. God damn. Don't walk behind that son of a gun. Yeah, Almost Human is badass. It is a rocking tune, man. And I will, in Gene's defense, I will say I love the songs that he sings on this album with the demon voice. But when they went on this tour, the Love Gun tour, Live 2, whatever, he sung every song, even Rock and Roll All Night, with a demon voice. Now, I don't know what the hell he was trying to do with that,
Pass
but
the
I'm
stone.
glad I was not at those shows. But Almost Human is bad, man. It is.
It
The
is.
guitar
I
work
agree.
in it is
It is.
phenomenal.
I agree.
Really
yeah,
bad.
Really bad.
We agree. It's bad.
Hell, y'all. But anyway, Almost Human, yeah. It's one of the top songs. This playlist, Louis. Don't listen to them.
I ain't listen to them at all.
All right. Now, number 4. Yes, Louis, it is as good as we think it is. It may not be your favorite on the album, but the song is that legendary. Love Gun, for me, one of the best live performing songs, like Scott said, until Paul sounded like a teenager hitting puberty and lost his voice, and still insisted on trying to scream this song. But the song is just legendary. The intro's legendary. The guitar solo's legendary. Number 4, Love Gun.
All right. My number 3 song, it's the last of the 4 that Gene sang lead on, and that is Plaster Caster. It's a good tune. And I hear that when that fan that was making the plaster molds sold them or was selling them, that Scotty bought most of them off of eBay. I'm surprised you haven't shared that collection with us yet. But it's a damn good song. It's always been fun. Let's just put it that way. Lewis?
Number
to the
head. Number 3. All right. I have a very high. Okay, number 3, 2, and 1 could have been interchangeable to hold the number 1 position. I just couldn't make up my mind, so I didn't pick up a 4th one because these songs have different sounds to them. That's why I'm able to, like I said, with that Scorpions things, 3 of those songs sounded exactly alike. That's why it was hard to pick which one could go to number 1 and keep it there. But this is a different ball game, and I love the hell out of Plaster Caster. The way it grows, the groove, the backup vocals coming in and all that. Terrific song. And who else sings it? Gene Simmons. Right? Another master fucking dominating song on Love Gun. Yeah, gotta ring a bell.
Okay. How, out of curiosity, are you getting a plaster cast to grow?
That's not how the thing.
Chia.
You said you love the way it grows.
The song that builds up.
Dave.
Number 3 for me, no surprise that the top 3 songs on this album are all sung by Paul Stanley. And number 3 for me is Tomorrow and Tonight. Love the song, love the female and apparently village people singing.
Yeah, if you look at the credits, Alvin, Simon, and Theodore are credited as background singers.
I love the Chipmunks. They were great.
They should be.
One of my favorite cartoons of all time.
But yeah, number 3 for me, great song. Not sung by Gene.
Okay, number 3 for me is almost took the second spot, but it wasn't quite strong enough. But it is a fantastic song. It is an awesome song with a great solo. Gene sings it to perfection, and the acoustics in it doesn't even sound bad. I love the acoustic guitar in it. The whole musical buildup of this song is awesome. Got love for sale, bro.
Oh,
it's freaking fire, man. It is a
it should be set on fire, yeah.
Yes, damn right, dude. It's Gene. It's my favorite Gene song on the album, and I like all of his songs on this album. But this one, of course, repeat. Younger did not care for the song, ignored it, like
You
almost.
should listen to your younger self.
And I don't know, man. Over the years, this is the first one that I wound up liking the best out of all of the deep tracks on here. This one grabbed me a lot quicker than the other ones did, and I liked it for a long time. It's always been one of my top songs on this album as I've gotten older. Got Love for Sale is freaking fantastic. I would love to hear them play something like that live when they were playing, but you know how that shit goes.
I liked
Rob.
when Chevy Chase did the song. I liked his version better. Love for sale. Appetizing, yummy love for sale.
Okay, number 3. I'd like to start a new internet trend. Does even you guys watch like scare cam videos when you just need a chuckle?
Oh
I always do, right? And there was that thing with the James Brown. Wow, I feel good, right? It scared the shit out of people. This could be used for that, as it was in a movie to start off an album. The ultimate jump scare. I Stole Your Love. What a rockin' hard song. I about shit myself at the Hot in the Shade tour when Kiss come out of the Sphinx with the lasers. They had all the, the epic, gladiator music going. And this is what they started with. Again, no internet, no nothing to go off of previous, set list FM or whatever the fuck that's called. Shocked us to our core that they brought this out, and on the album as shown in Detroit Rock City, it is the ultimate jump scare. Great song, great guitars, great drumming. Everything about this song is perfect. It's just 2 other songs. One, a big surprise for me that it jumped up this far, but the other one has always been 1A and 1B, but I Stole Your Love number 3. For no other reason than pretty much all 4 Paul songs on this are absolutely legendary songs in my mind. Whether they were hits or not, or played or not, it's not the point. They're just perfect songs for me on this album, which pretty much is the case in point for most Paul songs.
All right. At number 2 for me, kind of like what Rob said, I have a 1A and a 1B. These, for the most part, could be interchangeable, but Love Gun is number 2 on my list. I can't believe Louis took a crap on it, but he is in the shitter, so it makes perfect sense. I think it's always been a good tune. I've always enjoyed it. Definitely great in the movie. Anyway. When he has to describe to his role models, that's the name of the movie. When he has to describe the band Kiss, and he's talking about the song "Love Gun,"
talking about their dick.
Great show.
That scene.
Perfect placement in that movie. But yeah, number 2 is "Love Gun."
Okay, so because I love this album, where I place not shitting on is just liking a little bit less. But in the second position, and I don't want to call it number 2 because it's far from being a number 2. It's definitely second place. I love the song. I've always loved it. Crank that thing up. It's a ripping motherfucker. Got Love for Sale. I dig that song, and you got to stop doing that shit to me because you are so fucking wrong. And I know whatever Dave says, it's going to be not as good as my second place position.
Wouldn't be great if that was real.
Yes, it would.
Oh, I don't even know if I can do my Marvin voice ananymore.
So
Kaboom! There was supposed to be a surprising kaboom.
There was supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom.
There you
What
go.
happened to the
Earth-shattering.
kaboom?
Oh,
So bringing sanity back after Louis' pick, number 2 for me is I Stole Your Love. Notice I did say I stole your love.
yeah,
How do
Louis.
you say it, Rob?
I stole your love.
No, I stole your love.
I stole it.
I went with that for several videos in the comments.
I know. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, this is just another epic Paul Stanley vocal. This was close between number 1 and number 2, but yeah, number 2 in the end. Paul Stanley.
Number 2, always loved the
Stop playing with your
song.
nuts.
Believe it or not, it's not my favorite Ace song, but I love it. Shocked me. Fantastic.
Number
song.
fucking 2, you're putting that fucking monotone piece of shit.
Damn right, bro.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
Makes
I'd
my
say
number 4
Pam-
look all right
Pam
now, doesn't
is
it?
probably the hardest rocking song on this album, man. The drums are freaking high octane, dude. The solo will rip your fucking face off, bro.
But the
Ace,
vocal.
regardless of what the hell you want to say about him live in the studio, he does a damn good job, man. And this song
Who thought
is
they had auto-tune in the 70s?
that damn good.
He
Shot me.
according to rumors,
Number
he recorded it lying down because he was so
Yeah,
petrified to
yeah.
sing it.
Yep.
See,
In
I
the
heard he
dark.
played it lying down or sang it lying down because he could hit
Yes.
high notes. And I always thought that, what high notes? There are no fucking vocal high notes in that song.
High notes.
Who said
Oh,
anything
Ace, it was
about
probably high notes. All right. Scott's off his fucking rocker. But everybody's got their opinion, even when it's wrong. Shocked me at number 2. Number
Yeah.
2 for me is Then She Kissed Me.
You're all-
Solely, not solely, but a big part of this is Ace's fucking solo on this. So fucking melodic and perfect for this song. Paul's voice, perfect as always. Put the two together. Ace on his best day with Paul on a typical day. You get a great song.
All right. At number 1, the song I Stole Your Love. This is a ripping tune, rocker. Paul, again, well, Rob said on a typical day, you get a great Paul song. Well, they snack on carpet. But no, I Stole Your Love is a magnificent song, in my opinion. Thought it was a great way to start this album. Great introduction, get you hooked for the rest of it. So that's where I put it. Lewis?
All right, folks. Time to learn the truth about what the best song on the whole album is. This song is terrific. It goes back giving a nod to the song Watching You with its opening. It's about a werewolf. It's Gene singing it cool. It could have become a blood-spitting song, whatever. The thumping bass, everything. Most freaking perfect song on the whole fucking album. Almost Human. And screw the rest of you guys for shitting on it. And whoever didn't shit on it, if you didn't put it 3 or higher, you shit on it too. So there you go. Almost
This
Human.
is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
No, hating the song means you're on drugs. Okay?
I don't
Almost
shit
Human
on the
is the
song.
fucking wicked, badass, bitching Kiss song ever, and I love the hell out of it. And I don't care what people say in the comments. Agree, disagree. You say Almost Human isn't the best song on the album, you can go scratch your ass. Best song ever.
I love the song.
All right, where'd you put it?
I put it at number 4. I love the song.
You're all right. You're iffy there. You should have put it at 3. Anyway,
Louis'
I'm
top 2
done.
songs were my
That's
bottom
it.
2.
Now, yeah, I know. I guess
Mine too.
Mine too.
That's because you guys just don't know what's really up.
1, 2, 3. That means 3 people against.
Got
On
no
this
fucking
album,
balls.
you're right.
Like I said, take your balls, set them out, get them medically fixed, and then take them back. Then you'll start to like the great songs.
Well,
So what you're
my
saying
number
is you had
one-
your balls removed, and that's why you like these?
No, because I didn't have to get that done.
Well, if we have it done and then we'll like them, that must have mean you've already done it because you like them.
No. Some people need medical correction on things, and some people have a natural gift that's already there.
Yeah.
I already have mine.
Transaction
there.
denied.
Okay. What did Dave go yet?
No, I haven't. You're still
All right.
rattling
Well,
on.
just
So.
give any song that you got. It's never going to be as good as my pick.
It will be. The number 1 is the title track. Love Gun. Always love this song. Great Paul vocal. Love the drum intro from Peter. Just drives. It's a great song. Unlike the shit that we just listened to from Louis. I said I do like. I used to like him. I'm not sure if I do anymore. There's a reason why Kiss people still listen to this song, and not the stuff that you're talking about.
Okay.
Gene sucks.
Stay tuned for another wrong opinion.
Dave couldn't have been more wrong on this album.
You can only be
So-
wrong. You can't be more wrong.
Yeah, the worst on this one, man. At least Darren did get something right. I Stole Your Love is the dominant song on this album. Always has been, always will be, evidently.
I had it
That
number 2.
song that should have been a staple without even second guessing it for every damn show. And a song that they can literally play and sing as close as you can get to the original version, man. This is the I Want You of rock and roll over. You can't beat those 2 songs, period. I Stole Your Love is Kiss perfection. Just like you think of what Kiss should be with I Want You, it's the same with this song right here. It's perfect in every way. Even the jump scare, on Detroit Rock City, that makes it even better.
You said I was wrong about this album, Scotty?
Here's the champ.
Perfect, except
You
for
said
the
I was
rock.
wrong about this album, Scott. Yeah, I had Shock Me at number 4 and I Stole Your Love at number 2. I couldn't have been that wrong.
Yeah, well, if y'all didn't have I Stole Your Love at number 1, you're definitely wrong.
He just took a shot at you, Louis.
I know. I was going to say,
I
I Stole Your Love is almost perfect, except for the one wrong word that shows that Paul's not that smart either.
Oh my
right.
God. All right. That's it.
Number 1, do. I love the fucking Chipmunks. Tomorrow and Tonight is worlds better than Rock and Roll Night could ever fucking dream of being. Would have been a way better closer, a much more memorable sing-along song for parties, bars, whatever. I love the breakdown in here. That's what makes the song, Louis, the a cappella, as you say, even though there's, drums going, which ceases to make it a cappella. But, hey,
Schooled.
great song, great female singers. Yeah, it's lacking them on a live too, because you're not going to travel with a few skanks, but you could have pulled some out of the crowd, right? That could have carried a tune, maybe. I mean, if Ace can sing, someone in the crowd has to be able to sing. Great song, awesome song, underrated song, and always been 1A, 1B, usually with I Stole Your Love. Just so happened Then She Kissed Me was just, I was in more mellow mood these last couple days. But there you go. Any Paul song on here could be number one any day of the week. That's pretty much passe for him. That's the way it is on every album.
Well,
Jeez.
I take it back. I take it back, guys. You
Gene
can't go
sucks.
wrong on this album. Anything on this album.
Unless you pick Almost Human or Got Love for Sale.
Then you
No,
can go
no.
wrong.
It's where you're wrong is where you're shitting on any song on this album.
Except Almost Human.
That's where you're wrong.
You know, I was in a very passe mood, but this podcast always cheers me up. I don't know. Just something. about
Man.
it. Seeing your four lovely faces, bust balls. It's so fucking fun.
Yeah, man. It is. It is. It's been a shitty day. The
fucking heat has beat the crap out of me here. I wasn't feeling it. I got up after a very short nap to do this, and we still managed to have a good time. So
Yeah. Like I said, when my friend got this album first, I loved every song from beginning to end and all that. But when we got to do rankings, I'm not going, well, it's kind of okay, just a little better. I got to go insane. I got to really freaking put the freaking into everything when I have a strong opinion about something. But
Louis, why do you think you're on here? I watched your channel.
I'm a maniac.
I watched the passion, and that's what it takes.
I'm just curious. Don't the other employees of the post office get upset that you hogged the bathroom for a couple hours?
Going
Oh,
postal.
Yes. Thank you. Somebody got it. Going postal. All right.
He's a mailman.
No.
Oh,
Because I go verbally postal all the time.
Yes. Thank you.
okay. I got
Not
you.
album related, but if you stuck through the whole show, I do want to say happy belated Mother's Day to any women out there watching or the liberal male viewers. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, Lou.
As they say, oh, same to you, Dave. As they say, trans women or trans mothers are mothers too.
Their
You know what?
mothers are-
If I ever own my own business, I'm only going to hire trans women because you get male work ethic, women's wages, and no maternity leave.
Can't beat that logic.
Oh my God.
So
All right. What else do we got?
I think that's about it. Yeah, I Stole Your Love was played.
Did you do their rankings for the last album, Aaron?
For
Oh,
rock
Aaron,
and
yeah.
roll
yeah,
over?
I'm going to ask him that.
For rock and roll over, are you talking about, Dave?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
these two.
No, I didn't have a chance to do it for either of these of the last two.
I think the guys want to know if Scott the previous Love Gun rankings from their earlier video.
We don't have.
No,
Oh, he
I was
he
wanting
can't-
to know.
No, I didn't get.
No,
a
he
chance.
was wondering if Darren had his homework from the last one that he missed.
I know
Yes.
Dave was saying that, but I was saying I thought like during the show you would have pulled up those lists, but I guess
There's not a list. You have
It's
to
not-
watch the show.
You gotta watch the show.
Hey.
You know,
Did
maybe
you,
I should start putting lists in the description, but I really don't want to do all that work.
Did you
Well,
do
have to
your
do it.
You have the title
list?
producer.
By who?
Did what? Scott?
Did Darren do his rock and roll over list?
No.
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 Okay, that would have been interesting for him to just go through that to see where what he had at number one.
You gotta duck down.
There we go. I was looking down at you guys.
She could take
Hey.
Louis' place.
No, she can't because she's not mean and nasty like me.
You don't know
Mean
that.
and nasty.
It's crazy day tomorrow, so she's got her hair done
Hey.
all crazy.
Rob's gone trans.
Oh God.
Oh, how old is she?
Watch it, Rob. You'll get
9.
asked
Rob.
out.
Rob fathers are women too.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
What's next?
7, 8.
Yeah,
How old
what
is
album's next?
she? 9.
She's 9.
Those are the fun days, bro.
Yeah.
Enjoy it while you can.
Yeah, the teen years are coming.
Yep. You're gonna
Yeah.
go.
That's why they have boarding school, Darren.
You're gonna go from hero to zero and nothing flat. You're gonna be the embarrassment in her life that you don't want your friends to ever see.
No, I think I'm going to take Dave's route there and send her to boarding school. I couldn't afford that. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Okay, Scott, what do we got going next?
We got Darren's favorite next. His favorite solo artist of all time, dude. Yeah, he wasn't here, was he? So he didn't catch this.
Sorry, Darren.
Vince Neil Exposed.
Oh, fuck.
That's next on the list.
How's that migraine,
He's been
Darren?
exposed since the first fucking album, exposed as the world's worst lead singer.
His first album after the departure of Motley Crue, and even you, Darren, will lack something on this album. I guarantee it.
Well, maybe with the studio magic, they might be able to pull it off, but never in a live performance. We'll see. All right.
Now look, I'm not taking Vince's part for the last 12 or 13 years because it's been a long time since I've seen them. When did they do their final tour? You know,
Before the contract signing?
When was that?
Before they signed up and said they'll never do it again? Or when they
Wasn't
came
that
back?
around 2013?
Yeah, because I think they're
When
at
they
the
was
Minot
touring with Alice
Square.
Cooper?
Yeah.
That's the last time I seen them, and he was fucking great. Now, after that, I can't say because I haven't seen them since then. So,
Watch YouTube.
however many years well, I don't want it to if he's going to sound that fucking bad. So, but he sounded good every time I ever seen him, man, even back in the 80s. But he does sound really good on this album, just like the Motley Crue albums. But it's a little different sound and style. I mean, there's a cover of a Sweet song on there too, man, that you'll know. So yeah, Vince Neil Exposed.
And when is this?
Set Me Free.
You ready?
Yes,
that the
Set Me
remake?
Free is the sweet one, yes.
Yes.
How bad does he butcher it?
I have no idea.
He
I
don't.
don't know. You haven't listened to it.
He does
There's a
not
reason.
butcher
I mean-
it, dude. It's heavy metal. Set Me Free, bro. He rocks the hell out of it.
All right. If I don't make the show, it's because I died listening. So
Yeah. You better make this one. I want to hear your take on this.
all right.
Well,
I'm gonna
all right,
go
then
Lewis
here
on it.
we'll let Darren pick the day so he has no choice but to make it because he can't have a schedule conflict that he doesn't know about.
Can't be no. And you know what? Any day except Friday should work. Friday, I know we
Tomorrow.
have commitments, but I could have it done tomorrow if we wanted to go tomorrow. Tomorrow. Wait,
yeah, maybe
oh
it's an
no,
album,
Wednesday
24
would
hours.
work. I got
I like Wednesday
stuff
better
in the
because
morning, but
if I have
Wednesday
it,
works. Wednesday works better.
yeah,
Okay.
'cause if I have to do this by tomorrow, I'm not
Wednesday.
going to be fair to the album at all. I'll just not know where to
that's,
place.
no
songs,
Wednesday.
and it'll just be random.
Well,
Dave,
you
you got
guys
any
usually have
plans?
it.
Wednesday.
Wednesday's good.
Nah,
All right.
14th.
I'm pretty boring here.
Okay. Well, did you put the stuff in the list for the next warning? I didn't look yet.
I believe I did. Let me just check.
I think you had to split it or whatever, or at least tell me where to split it.
Yeah, I think I did that.
Shut up, Darren. I'm going to edit that fucker.
So you gotta fucking leave that in.
God damn it.
Split it. Right down
I'm usually
the-
more careful than that.
Yes, I did tell you where to split it. How you go about that is up to you.
Oh, fuck. All right,
So
Scotty, take
even
that.
dry? You take it dry, Dave?
Oh, well, it'll probably be worse for him than me.
Yeah. God damn.
All right. Okay, everybody, I hope you enjoyed this episode. We will be back with Kiss, but we're going to hit some different stuff, different bands, and then we'll be back with
The solo
the
album.
Overrated
Oh,
The
solo album.
Oh.
solo
starting it-
album.
Starting the worst with Ace, Peter, Gene, then Paul.
So
Yeah, let's get the bad ones out of the way first, please.
Yep.
the solo albums it is, and I'll be interested to see how this changes too, even though it's going to change something is. But anyway, we'll see you guys with Vince Neil Exposed next. Rock on from Tunes Brothers.